Ahead of the 2016 election, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who wants now to lead the country as president on the ticket of the NPP, and Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who then was the flag bearer, who presently is our president on the ticket of the NPP. Fuel prices have gone up. I mean, to be fair, in the past few days, past few weeks, about 3-4 times already. The driver unions say we want to increase fuel, transport fares because the cost of doing business has gone up. Aside fuel, there's brake fluid, there's engine oil, daily maintenance, workshop servicing. There's also the DVLA fees. There's insurance that we have to cover, and our personal savings and what we have to eat and all of that. The Transport Ministry is daring them and asking the police to be on the lookout for recalcitrant drivers. In fact, this statement authored on the 14th of April to all press houses for immediate release purported increase in transport fares 2024. The ministry refers to the press release dated April 11, 2024, jointly signed by the Ghana Private Road Transport Union and the Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council, GPRTU, in respect of an attempt by some drivers to arbitrarily increase public transport fares regardless of the directive issued by the transport operators with reference to the administrative instrument. The ministry wishes to inform the general public that negotiations are still ongoing with the transport operators. Therefore, the ministry is by the statement urging the Ghana Police Service and other security agencies to be on the lookout for any driver who goes contrary to the directive issued by the GPRTU and the GRTCC, signed by the Public Relations Unit. Abasi Moro is with the GPRTU, joins us on the phone line now. Alhaji, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alhaji, this is the statement from the Ministry of Transport. You have been explaining to us over the past few weeks what your key challenges are. How does that statement from the ministry come to you at this time?
Yeah, thank you and good morning to all listeners. We cited that release yesterday. And since I'm not with the Transport Ministry, I can't speak on their behalf. But we are still transport operators, and I'll speak as an operator. I think we always give the passengers fair playing ground. How do we do that? Whenever we feel we have to change the face value of our lorry fares, we package ourselves nicely by looking for items that could justify our upward adjustment. We present it before the Transport Ministry. The Transport Ministry are also there defending the general public or the passengers or our clients. We present our grievances. They will also cross-check to make sure, because when we see it, we always try to justify why we want to change the face value of the transport fares.
Right.
So they will also scrutinize it. Then we finally meet again. We judge and finally come out with a final decision.
Right.
We also immediately comes out with a communique indicating 2 days or 3 days ahead for the passengers to acquaint themselves with the new upward adjustment, for the drivers also to display the new fares in their vehicles. And here in the case, we sat last Wednesday on the 10th, and it was inconclusive as usual. It was postponed to tomorrow, coming Wednesday. Then there was a news round that some of our people have on their own increased their lorry fares. Some has gone up by 15, some has gone up by 20, some even more than 20%. So on the 11th, our leadership came up with a communique pleading with our people, all drivers, to cease fire. They should hold on since we are on the negotiation table. They should wait till we are through. This is not the first time certain things of this nature has cropped up, and this will never be the last. But by then, then the fire started burning. It was even spreading more than our expectation.
Which fire? The fact that the fires had already been started
it was spreading all over.
I see.
The regions. Yes. So I, being the spokesperson, my other colleagues being spokespersons for other unions, were all speaking to it that we should exercise patience, let's cease fire till our leadership exhausts whatever decision or whatever meeting they are having with the transport ministry. Then the fire was still burning. Yesterday we wake up with this communique from the transport ministry. I strongly believe most of our people have adhered to the two information we came up. Because as I speak now, we haven't heard of any bad news anywhere, and we will still continue to plead to our people to cease fire and make sure right things are being done, so that it might not look as if I say I'm GPRTU, because undisputedly I'm the leading private transport operators, and because I operate all over the 16 regions, just 2 weeks after this, I will just slash another increment on the passengers. You see, if we allow ourselves to do this, meaning we are not doing any good to ourselves. Yes, we needed an increment. Yes, we have justified why we needed an increment, but I believe we must give ourselves a fair playing ground so that when we come out finally, everybody will understand and will continue to live happily.
Aji, what would you do if the police follows the directive of the Ministry of Transport and starts arresting your drivers who insist that, look, the cost of doing business is too much for us? We won't listen to leadership.
How many years have you been in journalism? I've dodged your question. You still come back to it again.
No, I'm asking you a question.
Yes, I'm also saying how long. It looks like you've been doing this for a very long time. The question you asked, I haven't answered you, but you have come back to it again.
Yeah, that's why I'm coming back to it, because you didn't answer it.
My brother, we are all praying. We continue to live happily in our country. We are all praying. I don't think any of our people will be so recalcitrant to that extent. So let's hope and pray. We'll have only tomorrow for the next meeting.
So in the event that any of your drivers are arrested, you will pray?
Here you come. The same question again. Here you come. Hey, this journalist, if you want an answer to a particular question, and that answer doesn't come, you have your way of twisting about 4 different questions on the same topic.
Alaji, we are your friends. We are your friends. When we ask you questions, answer.
In every human institutions, we have different characters. You know, some of your people at times, they present forged stories.
Right.
At times, some of you, not all, and who doesn't augur well. Yes, every human institutions, we have positive thinkers and we have negative thinkers.
Right.
We are praying and hoping that none of such things will happen, because I don't think any driver will say he's increasing his lorry fares because he wanted to be arrested. It is because they feel we, being the leaders, have triggered them that, yes, it is time we increase our lorry fares. So we've gone ahead to meet the transport ministries. So it is the leadership who prompt all drivers that, yes, the time is even due or overdue. We have started doing something that brought this mind into their thinking. So we hope and pray that everybody will take it easy as we've been doing each time. Tomorrow that we'll meet again and whatever decision we come up with, we'll bring it to the public domain.
Alhaji, now you're going into the meeting tomorrow. Your drivers are very expectant of the results of that meeting tomorrow. If you would give us a sneak peek into it, some are asking for 15%, some are asking for 20%, some are asking for 10%, some 25%. What is the position of the GPRTU going into the meeting?
Must be fair to ourselves.
Hello, Alhaji. Hello, Alhaji. Hello, Alhaji Abasimoro.
Transport operators in the country, because
Alhaji, I lost you. I lost you along the line. You said you must be fair to.
We must be fair to ourselves, and I'm saying that I'm surprised. I've never heard any passenger who has joined one of your programs to say, "Let us pray for drivers or operators, transport operators in this country," because at times the passengers themselves are aware we have to increase the lorry fares, but we are still marking time with it. Okay, we've been treating them fairly all these years. At times, even when we come to conclusion, the actual percentage that we are supposed to slash, we even take more as a token for our passengers. So when we make whatever decision we arrive at, as usual, we've been doing that all the time. We will come out with a communique and give about a day, 2 days or so for effective days.
But Alhaji, what percentage are you demanding? Because you have already had one meeting, so
yes. With my position, you see, most of my people take my words seriously.
Right.
Should I come up with a percentage? Others will shift to that percentage and say, it was Mr. Abbas says we are taking this percentage. I'll plead with you, with everybody who is listening to us, every Ghanaian that we should exercise patience. Let's come to conclusion, and whatever final decision we arrive at, we'll bring it to the public domain.
I see. Alhaji, now there's always been that critical question that when fuel prices go up, your people agitate and ask for a raise in the fares that are charged to commiserate for or compensate for all that they go through. When fuel prices drop or dip, we don't see that reduction in the transport fares. Why is that?
Because it is not true that each time fuel prices swell up, we increase lorry fare. This year, the fuel price has been changed 5 times upward. We've never increased. This justifies what I'm saying. It is not true. But the truth is, transport operator, we are supposed to come out at every increase on 10% of the item we use to run transport. That is what we are delayed, and it ran past those that 10% threshold. That is a fact. That is a fact that we should reconsider and make sure we keep proper records so that anytime either fuel, economic hardship, lubricants, spare parts, documentation. When I say documentation, I mean insurance premium, income tax,
right.
DVLA,
right.
etc., etc.
Right.
We have to make sure we keep proper records. Each time that those items get to the 10% threshold, then even if it is 10%, we will have to come up with it. That will help us. That is what we are supposed to do, which we are not doing. So this is how it is.
Alhaji, I want to thank you very much indeed. So you are sure that tomorrow there will be a conclusion on the matter?
I'm a Muslim. I will say God willing.
Alhamdulillah.
God
Inshallah.
willing. God willing. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Some other driver unions are suggesting that the Minister for Transport is not in town and that the meeting would not hold. Do you have any word on that?
I heard that, but our leadership are supposed to check that on our behalf. I've not been sent to check it, and we have our general secretary. That is part of his job. So I'll get back to our general secretary. But I have heard that.
Does it come to you as a surprise that the minister is not in town, yet such an instructive press release has been put out there, and also encouraging the police to arrest your members if they so decide to charge the new fares?
I'm not surprised. We are working with the transport ministry, not the minister alone or in person. He's gone. He has about 2 deputy ministers. He has a director. They have their director at the ministry.
Chief director.
And so it is the ministry that we are dealing with, not an individual.
Alhaji Abbas Imoro, thank you very much indeed for your time.
You are welcome.
Great. And he's with the GPRTU.